Shibuya, 3:51 a.m., day 6 of the only apocalypse in history that runs on a strict 1-hour schedule. Kazuki Arai has just met the second awakened human being on Earth. It's going great.
No name, no level, no panel. The system has hunted this woman for 6 nights and found nothing. Kazuki found her in 1, which is starting to look like a serious mistake.
Give me one reason the system's errand boy should keep breathing.
The first sentence another human being had spoken to him since the world stopped. Frankly, it needed work.
Previously on Player 0, something else hunts in the frozen hour. It clears nests before Kazuki arrives.
And it left a message scorched into a wall. Stop clearing the nests.
So he stopped clearing them, not out of obedience, as bait. Player 0, Episode 3, The Other Player.
2 nights earlier, Kazuki approached the problem the way he approached every boss with bad telegraphs. Stop attacking and watch what the room does. For 2 whole nights, he cleared nothing. The system hated it. Quest reminders stacked up like unpaid bills, and he was a published expert on those. He ignored every single one. And somewhere out in the frozen city, a pattern noticed.
Night 3, the stakeout. He requisitioned supplies from his own konbini, rice balls, canned coffee, 1 strategic chocolate bar, and logged every yen in a notebook. The apocalypse was no excuse for sloppy accounting.
Proximity flag deployed. Radius 40 meters. Mode silent.
He picked the biggest nest in Shibuya, wrapped it in a silent ledger tripwire, and settled in to do what gamers do best, wait for the spawn.
At 3:47, the rain shivered. Something moved through the suspended drops without disturbing a single one, and stepped off a rooftop like Graphy was a polite suggestion.
Silver white hair, a black coat, a katana with a chipped black blade that reflected nothing, and the nest guardian was dead before it finished turning around.
The second strike wasn't even a flourish, it was punctuation. 2 moves total. For reference, the same guardian type had cost Kazuki 19 swings, a stamina potion, and most of his dignity.
Proximity flag triggered.
1 golden chime, quieter than a vending machine. She went from standing still to gone before the sound finished, and Kazuki discovered the flaw in trapping something faster than the trap. He never saw the approach. 1 blink, the plaza was empty. The next, his back hit a wall hard enough to rearrange his opinions, and the night got very, very sharp.
Talk fast.
Which brings us back to where we started. 3:51 a.m., a katana at his throat, and the one conversation on Earth he could not afford to lose. So, Kazuki Arai made the dumbest smart move of his life. He opened his hands, turned the ledger outward for her to read, and said, "I'm not the system's errand boy. I'm the guy reading its mail."
Where did you get this?
Not a question, an accusation with commas. She had seen system panels before, on her world, before the end. Never a golden one.
The blade came down a centimeter, then another. They negotiated a truce with the elegant simplicity of 2 stray cats. She didn't kill him, and he didn't move. Diplomacy.
I'm not from your world. The system ate mine.
She said it the way you'd report weather, old weather, from somewhere that no longer has weather.
She came through a door at the end of her world, and it sealed behind her. Whatever the system was, it wasn't a game. It was a process, and Earth was simply next in the queue.
Your tutorial isn't training you, it's tuning you.
8 words, and they went through his entire 30-day plan like a blade through wet paper.
The nests are load-bearing. Every one you clear early, the door opens sooner.
His quests, his levels, his beautiful power curve. According to her, every checkmark was 1 more turn of a key he couldn't see. Understand what this cost him. 10,000 hours of gaming had hammered in 1 commandment: trust the quest log. She was telling him the quest log was the minefield, and his progress bar was a fuse.
And here was the detail that made it worse. She killed the same monsters he did, but when she killed them, No quest completed, no reward, no event. His kills fed the system. Hers starved it.
I'm not on any panel. The system hunts what it can't read. Don't help it read me.
Unregistered, invisible, the one player the developer console couldn't see, standing 2 meters from the man who could see everything else.
He believed her. That was the terrifying part. Every instinct he'd spent a lifetime sharpening took her story, ran the numbers, and found no exploit. The math simply worked.
New quest available. Clear the umbral nest. Reward, triple experience. Limited time.
The system chose that exact moment to offer him triple XP, subtle as a fire alarm.
Kazuki looked at the quest, looked at her, and for the first time since the world stopped, he pressed decline. Somewhere deep under the city, something shifted its weight.
Warning, unknown classification. Elite designation assigned.
The intersection exploded, asphalt, frozen taxis, 1,000 suspended raindrops, and out of the wound in the street rose a serpent the length of a train, plated in black smoke with eyes of burning white.
It did not roar a challenge. Elites don't. It simply chose a direction, theirs, and deleted everything in between.
Armor. All of it.
Her katana met the smoke plates and skipped off like a stone on ice, the first thing all night that had managed to surprise her.
Ledger analysis. Dorsal seam exposes during strike posture. Duration, 1.5 seconds.
There it was, a line of white light stitched down its spine, sealed tight, except in the half-breath before it struck.
So, Kazuki did the one thing he was uniquely qualified to do. He stood in the open, lit his blade like a beacon, and became the single most clearable object on the street. The serpent reared, the seam split white, and Rin Kurosawa ran up its spine like a sentence finding its period, black blade in, all the way down.
Elite eliminated. No associated quest. No reward issued.
It came apart into a blizzard of smoke and blue shards. No quest banner, no points, which meant the serpent wasn't content. It was sent.
Silence and settling light. She looked at him for a long moment, at the panel, and at the man attached to it, and paid him in the only currency she had left.
Rin, don't waste it.
He offered her the konbini in return. Heat, supplies, a defensible doorway, and, quote, an employee discount I'm technically not authorized to extend. For one entire second, the corner of her mouth almost moved. Then his ledger opened itself. No command, no touch. Gold flickering to red, glyphs scrolling faster than thought. A transmission already half finished by the time he even saw it.
Anomaly located. Report filed.
He never touched it. He never chose it. The skill that read everything had been writing home the entire time.
Ren looked at the panel, then at him, and her face did something worse than anger. It confirmed. Every fear she had carried through the door, standing right in front of her, wearing a name tag. He got as far as wait. The street was already empty. A black coat crossed the rooftops against the frozen rain and was gone.
Thank you for your cooperation, Administrator.
And there it was, the gift, the cheat, the one advantage nobody else on Earth possessed was a leash with a bell on it, and the bell had just rung.
Global awakening in 24 days.
24 days to find a woman who is faster than him, angrier than him, and right about everything, while the system reads over his shoulder. He's going to need a better plan than snacks.
Next time on Player Zero, the ledger holds patch notes it never showed him, and every previous administrator is listed as decommissioned. Subscribe, the system already knows you're here.